Hello everyone, welcome back to the Phone Museum. Today we are looking at Samsung Galaxy Tab 7.7 LT Korean version. This time I will review this device without using over 2 weeks. It is because the tablet cannot make a phone call and receive a phone call. So there is no way to use this device as a smartphone. So I just review it without using it for over 2 weeks. This device was announced in 2011 fall and started selling in 2012 March for the Korean version. I especially said this is a Korean model. It is because only the Korean version has Qualcomm Snapdragon S3 SoC. Other global models have Samsung Exynos 4210. At that time, Snapdragon S3 was very poor performance compared to Exynos 4210. So at that time, people called this Snapdragon as a crap dragon. Anyways, this tablet was only tablet that used a honeycomb operating system that can make a phone call. Other than that, one of the biggest point of this tablet is the screen. At that time, this model had the biggest AMOLED screen before Galaxy Tab S in 2014. So this model was the only model with the HD Super AMOLED Plus display as well. Super AMOLED Plus display was released with Galaxy S2 back in 2011. The biggest difference from Super AMOLED and Super AMOLED Plus was regular Super AMOLED display has RGBG pentile layout, but the Plus one has RGB subpixel layout. But at that time, the Super AMOLED Plus was only 800 by 480 pixels, but this one has HD resolution. So with HD resolution with RGB regular subpixel layout, this is only model made by Samsung. So let's look at the front of the tablet. It has proximity sensor and an ambient light sensor, receiver, and 1.9 megapixel front-facing camera. And on the bottom, there's a Samsung logo. And this is 800 by 1280 resolution AMOLED display, so the color are vivid and blacks are deep. This is really good quality display at that time. Even now, it's quite good quality display. But the screen is 7.7 inch with the HD resolution, so PPI is only 196 PPI. So when I look up close the screen is quite pixelated. If this screen was a pentile layout display, then it's a pentile, so I just go over it. But maybe I expect too much on the RGB subpixel layout. But even compared to the RGB subpixel LCD, this is more noticeable. So this is Fire HD 8.0, which has 8-inch screen, and this is same resolution but 7.7 inch. I'm not sure if you can see through the camera, but this is Tab 7.7 and this is Fire 8. In the naked eye, this is I can see more pixelated. So I'm not sure why this has same RGB subpixel, and this should be more higher PPI. The difference is OLED and LCD, and I don't know why this is more pixelated. But this is compared to LCD, the black is deeper, but it is not 100% black. This problem is also all the way up to Galaxy Note 2, because Samsung does not turn off the pixel 100%. even if the display try to show black. So when I test black screens, brightness is maximum and a minimum, but the brightness of black screen is same. So that's why I think Samsung, they put some code to when show the black does not turn off 100%. So you should not expect OLED black equal turn off the screen black screen on this device, but still much better than LCD. As I know, the reason they don't turn off the pixel is when the pixel was black and changed to a different color. For example, in this one, the black changed to white or black changed to blue. At that time, technology, there's a bit of delay between pixel try to change the color because the power was all the way up to show the deep black. So that's why Samsung tried to shorten the delay. So they just put in the minimum power. So when it tried to show deep black, but it have a bit of a light coming out from the screen. But I think it's not a big deal because there's no reason to turn on the full black screen for a long time. And if there's a most of black screen, but there's a different color coming out, then, and this one is not too dim at the dark, even the lowest brightness is quite bright enough. You can still use during the sunlight. So at night, you're not gonna notice the black is not deep black because the screen is bright enough for the minimum brightness. Anyway, because of this AMOLED display, they are able to make this tablet really thin. At that time, most of tablet was close to 9mm, but this one is only 7.9mm, which is 16% thinner than iPad 3rd generation at that time. Let's stop talk about the display and move back to the outside. So on the top, there's a 3.5mm headphone jack, there's a mic, and a DMB antenna because this is a Korean model, so it has DMB TV antenna, so you can watch TV with this device. Also, there's a power and volume button. On the bottom, there's two speakers and a 30-pin Samsung's connector. And of course, this is not compatible with Apple 30-pin connector. Samsung's one has a pin is on the top. The Apple's one, the pin is on the bottom. On the left, there's a micro SD card slot and a micro SIM card slot. And that's it. As I know, this is the biggest AMOLED display with the DMB antenna. So you can watch DMB. This is the biggest device for the AMOLED screen. For the LCD screen, as I know, it's the Galaxy Note 10.1 back in 2012. And for the global model, there's a IR LED for use as a remote, but the Korean model does not have it. I think maybe because of DMB antenna is quite long. And on the back, there's 3.1 megapixel autofocus camera with an LED flash. The back panel, this one is Samsung's first magnesium alloy for the tablet. So this part is magnesium, and on the top and bottom, it's a plastic for the antenna. My original plan was to review this tablet with Android 3.2 Honeycomb and then review the 4.0 ice cream sandwich. But when I received the Samsung's 30-pin connector and I connect to a PC, I accidentally upgrade the tablet, so I cannot show you guys why Honeycomb is trash. But I will try to compare the Honeycomb and an ice cream sandwich. When you turn on the power, then there's a lock screen, and you just simply swipe to unlock to enter the home screen. When Samsung's phone originally shipped with the gingerbread and upgrade to the ice cream sandwich, they didn't upgrade the touches version. But thankfully for the tablet, from Honeycomb to ice cream sandwich, they upgrade the touches UI as well from 4.0 to 5.0. Especially for Korean model, is not able to upgrade in 4.1 Jelly Bean. So if they didn't upgrade the touches 5.0 in ice cream sandwich, then it will be even sad than right now. Before the Nexus 7, Android tablet is similar to like this layout. So it's something different interface than smartphone. In the bottom, there's no dock. On the top, there's no notification bar. Also, other than volume and a power button, every button is on screen. This is the first time for the honeycomb UI, and it's come to the ice cream sandwich and later on. Basic stock Android, it just has back, home, and a recent app button. But Samsung, they add additional button, which is screenshot, but in the setting you can change to a different option. Let's change to the landscape mode. And for example, if you're using like old application from Gingerbread for this game, then there's a little menu button as well. And this is an old game, so there's a little button to stretch to fill screen or zoom to fill screen, those two options. But I didn't find a really big difference because the screen is close enough for 5:3 ratio, so there's no problem running it. And just simply back is a back, click the home, it's going to home, and click the recent app button, then you can see all the recent app and you can swipe to close. But there's a button to close all the app in the same time. And also there's a task manager, so you can go to task manager to see all the downloaded apps, RAM manager, so you can clear memory. It shows 718 megabyte in ice cream sandwich, but in honeycomb it has 747 megabyte for the RAM. The storage, you can see the device memory and SD card, and I'll help to expand battery life and about the RAM management for Android operating system. And one funny thing is on the back and home, there's a haptic feedback, but for the recent app, there's no haptic feedback. I don't know why. And when you press home for a long time to see the small floating app for the task manager, so you can see all the active application and see the RAM manager again, so you can clear the memory. And you press and hold for the recent app button to go to the app drawer right now. And this is screen capture. It is basic screen capture. After capture, it go to the little editing kind of stuff. I don't like this feature, so I tried to turn off, but there's no way to turn off, so it is what it is. And there's a little arrow at the middle portion. When you click it, then there's a bunch mini apps. When you click the add, then you can see which app can use as a mini app. If you don't like this one, then you can back here, those kind of stuff. What it is you click, then there's a little pop-up application, widget application kind of stuff. So it's always on the here. So when I go to the alarm, it's still right here, so I can see the event, those kind of stuff, and I can add today's event in here, or I can expand to the bigger application. So in this one, there's no limit, so you can open as many mini apps, but it's gonna be a bit slow when open too much app. But this is improved a lot compared to the honeycomb, because when using honeycomb, if you open more than 2 apps, the tablet is gonna be really lag. But this one, in ice cream sandwich, they improve optimization a lot, so there's not a big problem. There's a bit of lag here and there. I think it's because Snapdragon 8 is not capable for the HD resolution, but still way better than Honeycomb operating system. So Samsung, they did something like tablet UI and features a lot compared to at that time iPad was just a bigger version of iPhone. But many people criticize about third-party application for the tablet is really lack on Android. So many people was Android tablet is just bigger size of phone. But I don't know. I think this is way useful for the tablet, especially like a calculator, those kind of stuff. Because I just in the use watching in the web, and if there's some math problem, then I can just do math. Anyways, on the right, you click it, then you can see just basic notification. So there's a user Samsung's quick setting, brightness control, and setting shortcut, ongoing and notifications. But at that Honeycomb OS, when I click the Unlink Batch, for example, I click this icon, then I just show, the tablet just showed this icons, notification badges, notifications, not whole alarm. But in ice cream sandwich, I click just for the icon, it just pop up all the notification bar. So for this feature, I prefer Honeycomb compared to the ice cream sandwich. In a home screen, I can pinch in to add home screen or remove home screen and change the home screen. Then I click the home to go this page, those kind of stuff. And when I press and hold for the empty page, I can change the wallpaper, I can add apps and widget, add folder, and add page to this page setting as well. And there's a app drawer icon. In the Honeycomb operating system, they have a written application, but in the ice cream sandwich, there's a just simple icon, so I can just click to go to app drawer. In the Honeycomb, when I click the application, then the background is changed and there's like fancy animation going on, but they remove those animation in ice cream sandwich and way faster. And the app drawer is just basic Samsung Touches 5.0 or 6.0 app drawer. You can go to edit to move the application, reorder the application, or create folder to put application, make a folder, change the name, those kind of stuff. Let's remove. I can, this one is, so for the download app, I can see the app info and uninstall as well. And I can also create page, then they create new page for this application. And if I press and hold the app icon without edit, then I can add to the home screen like so. And in here, I can see go to a Play Store shortcut or uninstall the app, where I can see only download application. I can view as a alphabetical order or customize. If alphabetical, then it's alphabetically ordered. And they keep the folders as well. But I prefer in my customization, so let's move back here. And I can share application. Also, I can hide the application. For example, I want to hide this one, then it's gone from my app drawer. I have to click the show hidden application, then it's come back here. So this is basic Touches home UI. And next, we will cover the basic application of Galaxy Tab 7.7. You can subscribe my channel to get a fastest notification of the next video. Thank you for watching and hopefully see you in the next video.